Hello to whoever joined. Yo, he actually showed up. What's up, bro? How you doing? I'm currently stuck in traffic driving to Albuquerque. They've got like half of I-40 fucking shut down with construction, so I'm just like, no. What's up, Dom? How you doing today? Dude, this construction, I've almost gotten rear-ended like 4 times, and I've almost rear-ended. Um, First leg of my trip was a little rough, honestly. It's just like, how do I say this? Eventful because of the eclipse. Like, there were so many people just fucking driving everywhere, pulling over on the side of the road to go stare up at the sky. Like, it was just ridiculous overall. Sorry, I'm gonna have to like adjust you guys a little bit because like I'm trying to get you to where you guys can see me, but I can also see the chat up past my steering wheel. So, hello to everyone who's here. Hey, so for anyone who wants to be entered into the giveaway, as long as you like and comment and subscribe, obviously, and leave a comment on all the videos in my informative playlist, you guys will be entered into the giveaway for those figure 8 straps. I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate everyone who's here. There's no way for me to like just look at the chat right now, and it's like kind of giving me anxiety because I don't know if I can see your guys' messages properly. It's a great question. Let me mess around with this stuff. Might need Twitch to come in clutch here. This is literally my first time I've ever gone live on like anything. So by the way, on a scale of 1 to 10, how's the rattling? Because for me, it's pretty fucking loud, but I know the microphones on these things are surprisingly good. So. Okay, cool. Appreciate the update, guys. I'm hoping that the person who left is just going to go leave comments on those videos. But, yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure, Kale, you already have commented on all of those, so I don't even know. Like, and also, Dom, I don't think the figure 8 straps are going to fit your wrists because they're just they're too thin for us big boys, and that's why I'm giving them away. So. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about lifting or whatever, go ahead and send them in the chat. Or if you just have any questions about whatever, so. You're not fat, Dom. God damn it. No, you have a little power belly going, but that's the price you pay for a 350 bench or whatever. Yeah, Cole does not have a 350 bench, but he still has a power belly, so. I hope he was here for that. You guys just both said something in the chat, but it shows on my end there's only one person, so. Here, I think I'm gonna have to adjust you guys, so you guys are gonna have to forgive me for putting my fat hand in your face while I'm doing this. There you go. Here's my double chin. Dom, you get your chance to call me fat now. Here, I did see that question, Kale. Just give me 1 second. right, fuck me, I guess. So, you asked about red meat versus chicken for like health benefits. So, from a health perspective, it's definitely going to be more advantageous to lean more into the chicken just because of the lowered cholesterol intake. There is going to be more like micronutrient density with selenium and magnesium and just all the EMs in beef. But I would say that for most people, if you just take like a little like children's multivitamin every day, the difference is going to be basically zero between chicken and red meat for health benefits. But if you're looking from like a lifting perspective, it's a lot closer because when you're lifting, you actually need a higher quantity of those micronutrients for all the different little processes that go on in your body. And the biggest issue, honestly, is the price point. And so I'd still lean chicken for lifting purposes, but when you're talking about for like overall health, I would basically only stick to chicken, in my opinion. Also, I think something might have come up in the chat from one of you guys while I was talking there, and I was looking at the road, so I might have missed it. I'm trying to like go and look, but oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Cool. Now I can actually see the chat. Yeah. So cholesterol. So there's like when people say cholesterol, a lot of times it can get confusing. So when I say the cholesterol, I'm referring to like dietary cholesterol, which you need. Like you literally can't live without dietary cholesterol. You won't be able to synthesize like any of your hormones, particularly testosterone, without cholesterol. The problem is that when you intake a ton of it, like basically everyone is, and they should be, frankly. A lot of times your body doesn't really know what to do with all that cholesterol, so it gets converted into LDL and HDL. HDL is good, but LDL is what causes, or what is found in your arteries when you have plaque buildup. And obviously, if the plaque builds up too much, you do end up with a pretty severe like health consequence of maybe you need surgery to get the plaque buildup destroyed. You need a stent in your vein or your artery. It can lead to a whole lot of bad things. So honestly, the negative effects of eating a lot of cholesterol can be kind of mitigated by just doing a good amount of cardio. So like if you're a soccer player, that's going to more than take care of it. But if you're a non-college athlete like the rest of us, it'll be probably pretty advantageous for you to do about, I would say, like get your 10,000 steps in every day, 8 to 10,000 steps every day. And then on top of that, probably do like some like medium sustained cardio for between like 30 minutes and an hour every week on top of your weight training, and you'll be good to go. Also, welcome to everyone who's in here. I am sorry about the poor angle. I did not experiment much with this first because YouTube decided to be a dick to me. So here we are with you guys kind of getting this horrible upward angle at my double chin. If any of you three are people who were not here for my announcement, if you leave a comment and a like on all of the videos in my informative playlist, you'll be entered into the giveaway for the figure 8 straps. Just keep in mind that they are pretty narrow, so if you're someone who has pretty thick wrists, you may not actually want to win this giveaway. I'm also giving away a month of coaching, but like come on, that's just me needing more clients, so. And then for the rest of you who are here just hanging out, feel free to shout out in the chat, any questions you have for me, lifting, diet, life, anything. Just go for it, guys. hope that answered your question, Kale. I know you're probably in the middle of something. I do appreciate y'all turning up. I might have to pull the plug on these headphones and put my charger in because my phone's only at like 20%, and I've got probably another 2 hours of driving left. So I'd like for my phone not to die. Yeah, so as far as an update on the diet series, I have the first episode, like, basically, I do see your question, Dom. I'll get to that in just a second. I do have the first episode pretty much done as far as the slideshow part. I just have to record the me talking over it part and, put it all together type thing. So that should be out probably in the next couple days. I'm going to have a good amount of downtime while I'm getting back into the swing of training. So, and then I'll also have a little client spotlight / channel special while I'm going to be helping out with New Mexico High School Powerlifting State Championships, which is pretty fun. So, Dom, you asked about the heavy static holds, like, intimidated by heavy weight. Just being able to hold the heavy weight in your hands or on squat on your back, it's actually really, really good for you psychologically, and actually try to press it. It is it is going to help you on the mental side because you've been there before. You know what I'm saying? So now, from an actual building of strength standpoint, I actually think it does basically nothing. I think it's actually better if you did like a half range of motion bench press for strength building than it is to just hold it at the top. So as far as what you would do with static holds, I would say if you're someone who's looking for those mentality benefits, I would take about 10% over your bench press max. So if you bench 300, it'll be 330, just for example, and you'll just hold it. You'll just literally just unrack it and hold it for 5 to 10 seconds, and just make sure you practice that start position that you would in the bench press or in the squat. Same, hand placement, same back arch, same foot placement, so on and so forth. Although I will say I really am not the biggest fan of static holds. I think they're relatively boring, to be honest with you. I used to load up a bunch of weight when I was younger, like when I was 15 or whatever. I would load up a bunch of weight in a rack, and I would just pick it up on deadlift, and just I was it's getting my nervous system ready. But your nervous system is only going to be ready for things that it's gone through in similar ranges of motion. So you always have to have some element of that full range of motion thing. You can't just hold something at lockout and make your nervous system do something, because your nervous system doesn't actually have to fire your muscles that hard in order to hold you at lockout. But it would if you were to go down to the bottom of a squat and then pause there and then have someone pull the weight off of you or something. Now that's an idea. But at that point, just train with bands, or train with chains. I feel you're kind of missing the plot a little bit there, because you do want to be able to stand back up. So anyway, food for thought. Yeah, I'm just checking the chat and make sure I didn't miss anything. For those of you that are here, if you'd give this stream a like so that it gets suggested to more people, so we've got a little bit of a discussion going on here. Yeah, Dom, that answered your question. Like, long story short, no, not a fan of static holds. But I mean, they have their place. Like, anything works if it's given the right application. Cool, I appreciate you. Also, for the other two people that are in this live stream, Dom is probably my most prized person that I've worked with, because I never thought I would be able to get someone to bench as much as Dom has, and he has well exceeded that. I think, Dom, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but you did a 295 paused bench at 16 or 17. You were like going into you were 17, right? You were going into senior year of high school. And that's like not human, in my opinion. Like, if you can do a legitimate, like, oh boy, did you guys lose me? Hello, hello, hello. I did see your question, Kale. Don't worry. I'll never forget you, baby girl. Yeah, could one of y'all say something in the chat just so I know I'm not like dead? Okay, cool, 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 cool. Thank you. So, um, 240s, maybe like 250 on the dot. Honestly, I'm gonna like continue eating the way I am for the first couple weeks of this next like training cycle, just so I can get some momentum, and then I'll start to like, I'll start to cut down on the food a little. Because I can run around, dunk a basketball, that kind of thing. Because I mentioned this in the podcast that I did, but I did in fact dunk a basketball one time when I was a sophomore in high school, and promptly never did it again because I got too heavy relative to, so. Also, I appreciate too for sticking around, keeping me company. I think Cole said he was going to pop in at some point. I have no earthly idea where the other 130 people are, but I appreciate you guys a lot. So. Dude, this fucking guy, sorry, swearing around people on the road. Here we go. Welcome back to New Mexico. People are awful drivers. Yeah, I'm staying in Albuquerque for probably for the next 3-4 months. I mean, I'll probably go on weekend trips. I do actually want to go do stuff this summer, which is part of the reason I pushed the powerlifting meet back. I just didn't want to I don't know. I just didn't really want to do shit beat in camp style. All the boys had left to go do their last whatever, I guess third year of college, fourth year of college. I don't even know what year we're in. And yeah, so yeah. Long story short, yeah, I'll be in summer. I'll be in Albuquerque all summer, except for weekend trips and stuff. Unless my family decides to surprise me with a trip to California or to Dallas or something. I don't know. Actually, for everyone here, what's your favorite vacation destination in the U.S.? Please don't make me go outside of the country, because another friend of mine has been begging me to go to Canada for the last forever, and I do want to go, but actually putting the fucking passport and all the plans in motion for that is a complete logistical nightmare. Okay, West Virginia, take me home, country roads. You know what? Actually, I have an ex-girlfriend whose family is from there, and everything she described to me about West Virginia sounded terrible. But Honestly, it looks pretty green in pictures, and I've been out of the green for 2 days now, and I'm already missing it because, God, this is bleak. Dom, it's just you and me right now, dude. We might as well fucking talk on the phone at this point, I think. Or maybe Kale's here and it's just not showing. How is school going? Good. I had a little gap semester this past, spring term. Getting back to it this summer. I don't know, I'm locked in. I needed that break, and I'm, ready to go. Oh, shit, what's up, Frank? How you doing, man? Yeah, so I'm in my last, year and a half or so I should graduate with my undergrad in December 2025 at the pace I'm going. So, and then do I want to get a master's in exercise science? Who knows? That's going to be, trying to convince me to spend more time in school that I may not have to for my career. I don't know. Frank, my undergrad is in, it was in kinesiology, and then I transferred, and now it's in exercise science. So, yeah, it's a very, very fun degree. Honestly, I've every single exercise science class that I've taken that's actually related to the degree, I've really, really enjoyed. And not even just because I'm a meathead. It's just because I think the human body is so fascinating, and how little we know about it is so fascinating to me. Also, Dom, you don't need to flex on me like that. I get that you're cooler than me and stuff, but you don't got to do that to me. Yeah. So. Hey man, it's not too late to go back to school, if I know following, your passion is kind of a dogma that's relatively new, but you definitely could go back to school and, go get a degree in something you're more passionate in. I feel like, obviously, people say don't get a degree in something you're passionate in because then it ruins your passion for it, but I don't really know if I agree with that. Yeah. Man, Frank, I wish I had more advice for that. Student loan is just ridiculous. I mean, that's part of why I'm moving back to where I'm from, is since I'm still technically a resident, I get covered under a scholarship program here that allows me to go to school for free. So I'm trying to dodge that as best as I can, because my dad has the same thing going on, where he's basically been in student loans his entire adult life, and I don't ever want to be in that situation. Kale, where do you see your next 5 years? Head strength conditioning coach for the Minnesota Vikings. Next question. Yeah. Yeah, it certainly does. No, but on a more serious note, I would like to be strength conditioning coach for probably a professional or elite Division I sports team. Maybe not a head coach, but just in the weight room, in that environment, helping people with their technique. Maybe high enough up on the chain that I can do programming stuff as well. I like to work with athletes, not just because they give you great results, but also because they're more motivated. That's probably my biggest issue as a personal trainer, is that people are just so unmotivated to work out on their. So, with athletes, it's whether or not they're motivated or not, they have a scholarship that they could lose. So, they're going to show up to the weight room stuff if it kills them come hell or high water. Yeah, completely agree. I don't know. Outside of... What the hell? Kale, I just accidentally hid you from my channel, so you're welcome for that. No, I'm just kidding. What the I actually did hide you. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, listen, being a personal trainer, if you're good at, if you have really good people skills, you will be very... Jesus. Kale, can you say something in the chat? Because I did not mean to... there we go. Yeah, being a personal trainer, if you have good people skills and you enjoy socializing with people, can be really, really, really entertaining. So, I mean, it is a good job. I'm not saying that. It's just, it's hard to get into, and it's hard to build a strong clientele. And especially if something happens where you have to move, you lose all of that clientele. Cool. All right. You're. Oh, damn. Frank, I didn't realize that you were that much older than me, man. I thought I remember you telling me something you were in your 30s, maybe. Holy shit. I have okay people skills. Yeah, me too, man. I think it's important that we recognize that, like, when I say good, I mean good as in compared to the average, like the average Joe type thing, where, like, you know, the average person might be like an engineer, so they work with numbers all day and they don't really know how to work with people. But considering that you're a tutor, you probably already have some level of instructional ability and being able to work with different personality types. So, I mean, and also you don't even need to go to school for that. You can just get a certification, and if you interview well enough, you can certainly get that job. Yeah, it's definitely, it's a hard thing to balance, right? Like, because the issue with personal training is that, like, you know, I've been a personal trainer at 3 different gyms now, and all 3 of them I worked at for less than a calendar year. And so I basically got to a point where I could live off of just that job, and then I quit because, you know, I moved around for different reasons. And so I would just say that, like, the main thing is just consistency and, like the gym, just sticking with it type thing. Yeah, if you're an excellent tutor, then you'd be fine as a personal trainer. I know so many personal trainers who do not know a fucking thing about training, in my opinion, and they still made more than me. They had more clients than me, because it's all about your ability to teach people new things and have them feel like they're learning. Okay, Kaylee asked merch. You know what? I'll tell you what. We'll start talking about merch when I hit like 5,000 subscribers. So, yeah, that's where I'm gonna say that is. I think the merch would go hard because I know the exact, like, demographic I would go for, like the kind of people who buy Animal. Like that's my number one dream sponsor is Animal. I want to be exactly like Pete Rubish and be exactly like this one guy that I know who I like kind of knew while I was in high school, who is currently sponsored by Animal, but in my opinion does not deserve it. So sorry, I'm just throwing shade now, but anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted on the merch thing, but yeah, I am driving back to move back to Albuquerque, New Mexico right now, and that's part of why this live stream is happening. Is I need something to keep me from going absolutely insane for the last 2 hours of what has been a 20-hour drive. Also, I am going to warn you guys, I'm about to unplug my headphones so I can plug my phone in. There's a good chance the audio goes to absolute dog shit. Alright guys, sorry for the audio downtick. So for the new people that are here, do me a favor, y'all. Go ahead and like this stream so that we can get a little more people in here, make it more of a conversation. And also, if you guys are wanting to get into the giveaway, go ahead and leave a like and a comment. It can be anything that's non-offensive, I guess. On every video in my informative playlist, and you guys are automatically entered into the giveaway. So, let me look through the chat and see what you guys were just saying. I know I kind of lost the thread here. Alright, I'm glad it still sounds okay. Kale, I would answer this question if I hadn't only just been given live stream privileges by YouTube. I'm not about to lose them on my first live stream. But I'll just say yes. Josh, hey man, I am headed to Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's where I'm from, and yeah, It's probably the place I'd like to live the least, but college is free and it's also expensive. So like anywhere else. So you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Let's see. Yeah, Santa Fe is beautiful. There are some really beautiful places out here in New Mexico, but the average person in New Mexico looks like a goblin from Lord of the Rings. Let's see, personal trainers. Yeah, so you do make most of your money off of commission. And a lot of times, to be honest, they won't even pay you for all the stuff you do outside of the gym, which includes like advertising, and they also won't pay you for like the time that you spend making programs. You're just expected to show up with it. But my autistic trait is that I love to just stare at spreadsheets when it comes to working out, so I can do that pretty well. Yeah, Frank. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna talk about politics or religion on this channel, pretty much ever. So, yeah, dude, you've got some. I feel like you mentioned something in the comments of one of my videos where you said something to the effect of what was it, that you had some dirt on like a pretty big creator or channel. So yeah, man, I love spending time in the gym. Dom, you can eat whatever you want on this cut. That's a lie. I'm not telling the truth. You're not allowed to have anything you want on this cut. You can have ramen toward the start, but you gotta be careful on the ramen because it's very, very calorie dense and it doesn't stick in your stomach for that long. Yeah, Frank, when you make that video, just keep me posted. I think I'm subscribed to your channel, so I should like be notified pretty much right away. Damn, look at this, guys. We got a whole 4 people in here, and we had up to 6. Can't believe it. Yeah. I know I say this in like every video, but I am just beyond shocked at the fact that people are like watching my videos. I don't know. It's just amazing to me. Like, I have 131 subscribers. It's incredible. Topped at 8 whole people. Believe that, guys? I mean, we're down to 4, but fuck it, guys. I'll take 4. Yeah. Dom, just to finish up on your ramen question, a good alternative is oh my god, it just slipped in my mind. We got egg noodles, because they're still calorie dense, but because it's made of egg, it tends to hold in your stomach longer and it's more protein. Yeah. Josh, you make me laugh. Guys, just don't say anything that's gonna be kicked off YouTube or arrested, please. Thanks. Also, while Frank is airing out a major channel in my live stream, if you guys have any questions about lifting, diet, recovery, life, literally just anything, go ahead and throw them in the chat, and I'll answer as best as I can. Dom, I hope you're seeing what Frank's putting out in the chat, and you realize like why like what the online training market can be like, because that's fucking ridiculous. Also, I have an idea of who this channel is, but I don't want to like guess and be wrong. So You know what? I don't actually know who that is. Wow, 6 million subscribers and I've never heard of this guy. Jesus. Wow. $558 a month for 8 sentences of communication. Jesus. If I'm paying someone that much per month, they better be like sending me my gear cycle. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. But yeah. Josh, how do you feel about caffeine as a pre-workout? I've mentioned this take before. I think if you have good sleep and good diet and you're not super stressed out all day, and actually even if you are super stressed out all day, caffeine will give you a boost if you do it like one time every other week. But if you make it your norm, it's not actually going to help you at all. Because what it does is it makes you burn through all of your adrenaline in one burst, rather than what your body would do naturally, where you're chill during in between sets, and then as you walk up to the bar, it spikes because you get nervous, right? And then during the set it's high, and then once you're done with the set it goes back down, and then it's going up and down like this, like your body's supposed to be, rather than your body just burning all of its adrenaline in one sitting, with no breaks in between. So that's why, like, a lot of times, at least for me and other people that I've talked to, you can intake like a scoop of pre-workout, like literally as you get to the gym, and then you will burn through all of your adrenaline in 45 minutes and hate yourself for the last half of the workout. Yeah, and it also fucks with your sleep, right? So you need good sleep for your body to work without caffeine. But then if you don't get good sleep for whatever reason, you take caffeine, it becomes a self-fulfilling cycle. Yeah, Kale's right. You should be getting hands-on. I know the best bodybuilding coach. Oh boy. Oh. All right, where did I cut out, fellas? I'll hold on my comments before I hear, so that I know where I stopped at. So the two best bodybuilding coaches of all time are Hani Rambod and Chad Nichols, and they charge, from what I understand, between $800 and $1,000 a month. But first of all, they pick you; you don't pick them. And two, that's all that's included in that is hands-on in-person training, your diet plan completely planned out, and your we'll say extracurricular supplementation all included into one. It's not like you're doing just training for that. And also, these are literally the best coaches of all time. I think between the two of them, they've probably got like 15 Mr. Olympias, maybe not that much, like 12 Mr. Olympias. So, and that's open Mr. Olympias also, which is the more competitive of the most competitive of the Olympia titles. Yeah, I'm trying not to get banned here. Dom asked, what about 3 cups of coffee a day? Listen, bud, you're a student and you work like a dog. I'm not gonna tell you what to do and what not to do. Just don't fuck up your sleep, please, because we are already having recovery issues a little bit. Also, 3 cups of coffee a day, I would never sleep. Oh, dude. Yeah. Yeah. You know what, Frank? After this live stream, I'm gonna go check out this channel, probably much to your dismay, so that I can like see the kind of things that they're promoting. I'm actually like very, very interested. Yeah, jeez. I mean, you know, for those of you that are watching this, that might, I guess there's only 3 right now, but for those of you that are watching this who are not like super knowledgeable about the history of like online training, at one point in, I want to say like the mid 2010s, early 2010s, there were only 2 online training coaches that I know of, and those were George Lehman and Pete Rubish. And George Lehman was very famous for he would get people's payment and then he would just completely ghost them. And at that time, there was no legal protection for stuff like that. So he literally would just run away with like thousands of dollars. Kale, I did see that you asked something. What's up, Cole? Welcome in. Missed you, buddy. All right. Is it stressful to coach or hard to coach people who are inconsistent and miss days? Yes. That is my biggest pet peeve. You know what? I would rather you get 5 hours of sleep every night, but still come in and like talk to me and be honest with me about what you were doing, than just to like not show up and, you know, and like just not give your, you know, your effort when you're in the gym. Like guys, if you're gonna take the time to go to the gym, at least like do something and give it your all while you're there. You know what I mean? I don't know. That might be my biggest my biggest coaching pet peeve is, one, when people are dishonest with me and I know they're lying. Like there's a certain client I'm working with, and I know that he's been skipping out on his accessories, and I know because one of his lifts has just fallen off a cliff from the progress it was making, and nothing else really changed. So, but I'm gonna have a nice sit-down conversation with him tomorrow, probably. Cole, if you want to be entered into the giveaway, you can go put a like and a comment on any of the videos in my all of the videos in my informative playlist. Yeah, and then also for everyone who's here, if you got any lifting, diet, or life-related questions, throw them in the chat and I'll answer them. Chest with push-ups. Yeah, it's funny. You definitely can build a huge chest with push-ups. Actually, I think that's a big part of why, of how Julius Maddox got to his original world record bench, was he actually did like metric shit ton of pull-ups and push-ups, and he weighs like 440 pounds. So he went from doing 10 sets of 5 to doing 10 sets of 40, and that gave him the muscular size increase, combined with like specific bench training, to be able to jump from like a mid-high 600s bench to like a 740 bench. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, a lot of people lie about how they got the results that they did. That's why I try to that's why I post all my training, is so you guys know when I'm giving when I'm giving you information, it's not just bullshit, it's stuff that I actually apply to myself. Oh, Jesus. Hello, am I in? Am I here? All right, cool. Thanks, Dom. Also, Dom, I not that can you bench 405 by 21. It's when are you? I don't know, dude. Like, you are a freak of nature on the bench press. Thanks, Cole. I don't know. Some people. Oh, I'm glad you can see me, Pookie Bear. I think it's interesting that people will openly choose to lie, and how many people will just follow their lies. Like, I get that it's hard because a lot of people are really good con men, but at this point we've had like 150 years of training history, and like stuff being invented, bench press being invented, all that kinds of stuff, and and somehow people are still getting away with like trying to reinvent the wheel. Hey guys, if you want a big chest, do bench press and do push-ups. If you want, if you want big triceps, do skull crushers and do close grip bench. Like, it's not rocket science, guys. It's just how you apply it in your execution of it, and then how you structure that in a periodized program. Starting to lose my voice. Cool, I'm glad we're good. Yeah, Mr. Cole hit his first 225 bench not that long ago, and it was probably the craziest bench grind I've ever seen. I fully did not think that he had it. It was his second attempt on it, which almost never works, and it was just shocker. Incredible. Dude, Frank, that's one of the worst feelings ever. Dude, Cole, you're like doing some like what, I can't remember the term. It's like cross training or something, where you like people run like marathons and then also like lift a shit ton. You're like accidentally doing that basically. Good luck on the half marathon though. Frank, my first 295 bench that I counted, even though I shouldn't have, the spotter touched the bar halfway up as it was still going up. And you can audibly hear me in the video go, no. Yeah, half marathon. If you asked me to run more than 100 meters right now, I might cry and snap my hamstrings off the bone, both of them. Industry. So Kale asked, do you think the fitness industry is going to scientific based lifting? As you stated, it's simple, but as benching, it's really it's actually kind of sad, to be honest. Like I think the exercise selection is not the part of the science that people really need to be focusing on. Because I feel like we've been at lifting for long enough now that we should know what exercises work, and we do. The problem is that people are trying to reinvent the wheel with like the stuff that most normal beginner folk focus on with the exercise selection. Whereas the real science, honestly, is in how you structure a training week and then how you stack those weeks back to back. So, like for example, something that I learned in my last 6 months of lifting is like where the bench frequency, or I should say the pressing frequency, is most optimal to maximize both recovery and being able to stimulate the target muscle group. And it is individualized, but obviously it's on a normal distribution. And I found that most people can pretty much get away with 2 or 3 benching days and then 1 or 2 extra pressing days, whether that be dips or that be overhead press. And that's pretty much optimal for like fully simulating all of your upper body pressing muscles, as long as you throw in some additional tricep work and side and rear delt work. Yeah, 13.1, Cole. Frank got it with a second one. Yeah, Kale, I hope that answers your question. I know I kind of went on a tangent a little bit there. People just, I don't know. The thing is that there's so many more beginners getting into the gym than advanced people who have been in the gym. And so like the YouTube algorithm is more going to be geared toward the beginner lifters who are like just trying to get their newbie gains and get their 6-packs so they can go on the beach for spring break. And it's not really focused on the guys who are like in the trenches, like Dom or myself, who are, like Dom's going for his first 405 bench in like the next year. And, I am trying to total 1,500 pounds in like 7 or 8 months while also losing 30 pounds of body weight. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? It's information that's so hard to come by, even though lifting has this weird thing where the information is so, like, people are so willing to give it away, unlike any sport. I appreciate you, Frank. Yeah, I will do another live at some point. It's just that I can't, like, I don't know. There's not a good time for me to just sit down, especially, there's 4 people here, and Frank, you're the only one who's not friends with me, like, in real life, or one of my clients. So, like if I got a little more engagement with like who all joined and that kind of thing, I would definitely be more inclined to do this more often. I mean, I'm having a good time. It's making the time fly by for me. So like we've already been here for almost an hour. You know, I'm driving around a U-Haul truck. I'm not gonna be in a U-Haul truck hopefully for another like 2 years. So because I'm frankly sick and tired of moving around, and I'm ready to have my own little hut that I never leave, and the basement is just a fully fleshed out like powerlifting gym. Yeah, Cole, you are being a jackass, but it's okay, I love you. No, I think holy shit, I'm fucking roads. I got you, Dom. Dom and I do the same thing where we split our workout up into like 2 or 3 different sessions because the fucking schedule is just so hectic. But honestly, I have a theory that might be good for recovery, actually, splitting your training up into multiple sessions. Because there's all this data that your serum testosterone drops after an hour or so of working out. So if you were to split it up into 2 45-minute sessions, where you do, like for me, it was all my compound stuff in one and then all of my accessory stuff in the other, it would promote recovery by keeping your serum testosterone higher and not causing you to have a cortisol like giant spike after an hour. Oh shit, my bad, Dom. Yeah, I got you. Unfortunately, I have been stuck in this car for the last 20 hours, so I am sorry, Dom. Okay. All right, well, good luck, Frank. Dom, I will have that for you soon. You are also... yeah. You know what, Cole? After my meet in November, you and I can have like a fucking freezing December day cold run, okay? Yeah, Dom, I was gonna fix you and Sophia's programs last night, but I literally got out of the car, I hit the bed, and I was like out, basically. I am so sorry for all the jiggling, guys. I promise I'm not jiggling my titties intentionally at you. But yeah, Cole, I really will take you up on that run. If it works for your schedule, you can wait about 2 hours and I'll have that for you. Or I will, or you can do the progression yourself. You are a coach. I do trust you. When am I going to, if I ever record workouts? So honestly, I would be so down to do full training sessions like that. It's just that I don't think most of my training sessions are all that interesting to where I would actually want to sit down and record for that whole time. And also it kind of like takes me out of it because, you know, when I'm training, I'm focused. I've got a lot of times I've either got my headphones on or I've got metal blaring on my speaker. And I'm just going, like I'm literally just so locked in that I forget to record sometimes, you know? So, I mean, over the summer, I mean, you're going to be there, so we can do more of that because you know how to do lighting and shit a lot better than me, even though it's just going to be in my fucking garage. No, I stayed at my family's place in Tulsa overnight. It was something. I literally fucking locked in, like literally I like backed the trailer in to their driveway, and I was like, hey, what time do you guys need me out of the driveway tomorrow? And they're like 9, and I'm like, all right, fuck it. So I basically went up to my the bedroom, and I literally just like took my shirt off, hit the bed, and pretty much knocked out immediately. Had Google Sheets open and everything, Dom. Oh boy, this is gonna come down to the wire here for me, guys, because my phone is at 5%, but I will keep this going as long as you guys keep giving me stuff to ramble about. Mr. Architect Boy. So I think, you know what's interesting is that here we are, 4 guys, and I think we all have like wildly different degrees. Dom, I'm not 100% sure what your major is, but Cole is a finance major, I believe. Kale's an architecture major, and I'm exercise science. So I think it's interesting that all of us are kind of united by lifting. So appreciate your guys' company, keeping me from going batshit insane. Trying to think of a topic to ramble about. Accounting, yeah. A lot of financial people in here. I'm glad no one's an English major. Hopefully I didn't just say that and then Story Strength showed up. Because he is a English major and he's going for his PhD. Yeah, big numbers guy. Yeah, big numbers guy. Yeah. Business bros. Yeah. You guys are probably gonna have the most lucrative degree, but I'm more than okay with that, because if I had to do work with numbers and people's shitty financial decisions my whole life, I would kill myself. Again, don't get me reported for that, guys, please. I don't mean it. I am perfectly mentally healthy, I promise. And that's why I like to pick up 600-pound heavy circles for fun. Because I'm completely stable. Also, Dom, I'm just waiting for when you do your orangutan post, and it's literally just a picture of me, because haha, I have red hair. I've been waiting for that. Yeah, Dom, in Minecraft. When am I announcing the winner? Whenever the hell I get off of this live stream. That's the real answer. I actually don't know. Oh, dude, you poor man, the law exam. No, the thing is that, like, oh no, I shouldn't have given you that idea, Dom. The thing is, like, with the announcing the winner thing is, like, I was expecting a few more people to show up. Like, I was expecting maybe, like, double digits. So, it's probably going to be one of you four. So, like, frankly, I don't know. I might just give it to shave and leave the stash. I will shave and leave the stash. I will look like Ginger Chris Bump. Uh-oh. Hello? Someone give me a sign. Give me a smoke signal. Alright, cool. For those of you that are here, thank you for showing up. If you want to be entered into the giveaway for those Pioneer Fit figure 8 straps, go ahead and leave a comment on all the videos in my informative video playlist on my channel, and you will be automatically entered into the giveaway. My brightness just tanked, so I can't see what anyone else is commenting. Oh, and then for those of you that want to stick around and hear me ramble about lifting and diet and stuff, go ahead and leave any lifting related questions in the chat, and I'll get to them. I will probably leave this stream up either until my phone dies or until I completely lose my voice, which is probably going to be about 30 minutes. You know, I've been thinking about this. I think that I've cracked the code on bench press for people who have already like built like their newbie gains, basically. I think, like, if you just combine dips with banded bench press and banded paused bench press, it just targets every level of the lift. And I don't know, like, that's my I'm not gonna make a video on it until I feel more sure of myself, but it literally took me, it added 20 pounds onto my bench in 3 weeks, so I can't really say that it doesn't work, but I'm looking forward to testing that with more of the guys that I work with. What's in the U-Haul? Copious amounts of Trenbolone. No, just boring shit. A dresser, fucking desk, clothes. That's kind of it. It's not a U-Haul truck. It's just one of the trailers. There's really not that much in there. Plateaued on dips. Ooh, let's talk about plateaus. So as far as dips specifically, there's like 2 things you can do, all right? And this goes for any plateau, is you can dial the weight back and then increase the volume, and then slowly work up to that same weight with a higher volume, and then you can drop the volume back down and you'll be stronger. Or you can add, like, you can lower the reps each set, increase the total number of sets, and then add a little bit of weight. It changes the stimulus just enough that it causes like a pretty explosive amount of gains for about 2 to 4 weeks, and then you start to stall out again. So the second one is kind of just a short-term solution, whereas the first is a, you know, more of a long-term solution, but it's significantly more boring. So who's really winning here? As far as dips go, you can't really lower the weight on those. So what I would do is I would just do more sets and less reps per set, and then just have shorter rest intervals in between. I know you're a big heart rate guy, Cole. I don't really like dive into the whole heart rate stuff, but shortening the rest intervals kind of muddies the water for making the sets easier. So I know you're doing bodyweight dips. I'm not. Trust. God damn it, Kale. God damn it. It's not funny. It's funny. Yeah, you can lower the weight by losing weight, but that's you can also take your pants off. That would lower the weight. You can take your shoes off. You guys are funny. I can't see what emoji that is. Band assisted. So, you know, I'm glad you mentioned this, Dom. I actually don't really like band assisted bodyweight exercises that much, because the part that people struggle with most is the bottom of any, like the full stretch of any movement, really, until you get good at it. So when you do the band, it makes the hardest part significantly easier, and it makes the easiest part like a little easier, but not nearly as much easier as the bottom. So you're kind of like training this weird smoothed out strength curve that's like really unnatural. But assisted pull-ups or dips, that shit rocks. I started a few months ago with assisted dips so that I could get my sternum cartilage stronger, so that it didn't hurt to do bodyweight dips, and then I just started throwing weight on. I also had a kind of a unique circumstance where I was already benching 295 at the time that I started doing dips. So my rate of progression was very, very, very fast, and I'm not expecting that to be the same for you, Cole. You know, because I was on the assisted dip machine, and I was taking like 100 pounds off my body weight, 130 pounds off my body weight, and you know, at that point I could already do, you know, like 100-pound dumbbells for like sets of 8 or whatever. So you know, obviously the rate of progression there is not going to be the same, because I was literally strengthening my cartilage and I was not strengthening my muscles. But yeah, you can use the assisted dips. Yeah, so shoulders, lats, I'm not so sure about, but with shoulders, a lot of times if your shoulders are hurting on like a bench press or just any like horizontal press of any kind, chances are the problem is that your scapula and your back is not having a natural like range of motion. So it's pinning all the weight onto your actual shoulder joint, and it's not your scaps moving back and forth. So when you do dips, try to think about, like, because you get a really, really good arch on bench. Like, kind of think about that with like your upper back, like that upper back, middle back part of the arch, where you kind of just like stick your chest out super far. Try to hold that position while you're doing the dips instead of being like rounded over, which I don't know if you do, but you're probably more rounded over than you think you are. But yeah, you could also start, you could start back doing sets of like 10 to 15 with like an assisted dip machine if you have one. And then like slowly work your way up as you're learning the technique. That's probably gonna be the easiest way, I would say, because dips are really like simple motion. You kind of just need repetition with the correct form. It's not like a squat or like a bench, or I guess a deadlift too, where you kind of need like, you need like sets of like 5 to get the technique down. Go back to yeah, I've had my lower back cramp up pretty hard on dips before, and I actually had KL make fun of me because my lower back cramped up on dips. I was like in the middle of like a weighted dip set, and I like was so concerned about going all the way down because I didn't want to just like slam onto my legs while I've got this fucking 25-pound ball sack hanging from me. Yeah, they can be, if you do like a lot of reps also, because you're like holding that arch super hard. The key is you want to have the arch in your middle and upper back, and you probably won't have that like super back, like tight back cramp that you will if you're only thinking about your lower back. Oh boy, phone is almost dying here, guys. We might have to wrap this up here in a second. Not a second, but like 5-10 minutes. Oh man, Dom, are you planning to be coaching Sandia next year? Because I'm debating doing it, but I just don't know if I want to, or if I'm going to be able to have that kind of time commitment. Because yeah, if you're there, then, and I'm sure Javin will be there too. Like, as long as there are other people and I'm not expected to be there all the time, then I can probably do it. I actually really missed it, to be honest. Like, that's part of why also I want to go into like the strength conditioning thing. Is it's more that type of environment where, you know, you put your head down and work and you're focused on the technique and stuff. It's not too much like the chatter type stuff, which is fun and everything, but like, you know, I'm there to get work done, and I'm there to get everyone else to get work done. Damn, they're gonna have a shit ton of coaches. Oh, you mean that you will be coaching, Dom? Is that what you mean? Oh, cool, dude. I'm happy for you. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, Dom, here's the backstory with Javin. You ready? Is that he was like someone who I kind of looked up to in a way, because I would see him walking around the halls, you know, and he was a year older than me, and I would see him with his like fucking huge ass arms, at least for a high schooler, and I'd be like, damn, I wanted to be like that. Yeah. Love you, Cole. I'll send you a text when I hit Albuquerque. I'm what time is it? I'm about an hour out, I would say. Yeah, he has quite big arms. I was told he cannot lift that much, but that's okay, because no girl is ever gonna ask how much you bench, unless they're also a lifter, in which case you probably bench double what she does. So I got you, Kale. Cole's out of here. Dom and I are just talking about the future of Sandia powerlifting. You know what, Dom? Do you remember? Do you remember that one guy who was a bodybuilder the first year of Sandia powerlifting who like quit after the first meet because he benched like way less than we expected him to? Do you remember that? I might remember that. Pepperidge Farm remembers. It wasn't even the first meet. It was the first max out. I don't remember if he was short. No, I do remember. I do remember who you're talking about. Jake? No, it wasn't Jake. It was. I think he was like light skinned. And he had like the curly hair. He might have come back actually last year, but I don't really know. Obviously, I wasn't there. Yeah, him. Oh man. Yeah, Kale. If bodybuilding ever becomes a thing that people like do as like a high school club, you could go in there and immediately get yourself put on a watch list because I know how much sus shit you say. As if I'm one to talk. But also, I don't even think you're a bodybuilder. You kind of just like do some curls, run around for soccer, and just like have a six-pack. The gym is my safe place. The gym is like unironically the place I feel most at peace. And that's like kind of a sad thing to say. I'm not like someone who's super on edge all the time, but it's definitely my place where I feel like I'm in control. Yeah, he graduated with you. Oh, he graduated the first year. Okay. Damn, dude. Yeah. Dom, I feel like it's kind of weird for me to say that like I benched 315, but I'm not gonna be able to say that I'm like the best bencher out of the coaches because you were there. And as far as I know, you are the person who has the best, like of Sandia alumni, you are the person with the best bench. There's one other guy that I know of, but I know he was on PEDs, and that's why they took him off the football board. So, yeah. And also he was my ex-girlfriend's brother, so that was terrifying for me. Yeah, dude, I was listening to my workout playlist from like all throughout high school and my first year of college, and I was like, holy shit, dude, you were an angry person. Oh my god. Sorry, I gotta focus on driving, Dom, before I read that. Give me 1 second. A 365 bench? Jesus Christ. Some of these fucking kids, I'm like, what the fuck? Because Dom, you're like normal-ish as far as the fucking, like, the rate of progression and everything, but like, who the fuck is benching 365 in high school and what are you taking? Like, there's a guy, hold on, let me turn up the brightness because I can't see like anything you guys are saying. Yeah, no, there's a guy who goes to La Cueva, I want to say, or maybe a Volcano, and he has a 405 bench, and I'm like, I just really want to see his drug test results. Like, I'm really curious. I know that they're never going to drug test in high school powerlifting, which is... Oh, is he a little meatball? Cool, I didn't put the thing off. Yeah, Kale, when you actually decide to, like, stick to bodybuilding full-time, you are going to look ridiculous. Like, you're probably going to look better than Evan, which, don't tell Evan I said that because I love him, but you probably will just because you have, like, the crazy, freakish shoulder proportions. And, I mean, he does too, but it's, like, it's on a different level because your bone structure is there. It's not just that you have huge delts. Okay. 198 is ridiculous. I saw his, I did see his meet results, though, and, like, in February, I want to say, or maybe early March. And he was, oh boy. I think I just lost you. Oh, no, I didn't. making me feel bad about myself. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap the stream up here because my phone is on death's door. So I appreciate you all for coming. And if you guys still want to be entered into the giveaway, I'll have the winner announced tomorrow, probably. You can enter the giveaway by going to my informative playlist on my channel and leaving a comment and a like on all those videos. And you will be automatically entered as long as you're subscribed to my channel. So I appreciate you guys. Have a good one.